Hey guys, Awkjellybean here. So today I'm going back to America. My winter break is over. Unfortunately, gotta go back to school and stuff. And so really what this video is about is just traveling with flight anxiety. Even though I've rode planes like over 30 times, I've ridden planes too much to develop flight anxiety, but it seems like it gets worse as I get older, which is odd. But anyways, I'm still at the house. We actually did leave earlier, but they had sent a notification saying that my flight was delayed 4 hours, which is sort of good and bad. At least I got to come back home and take a nap. But it's also bad because we had already woke up early and stuff. You can see the bags under my bags, to be honest. So we're on the way to the airport, and I'm just going to talk about what I usually do to prepare beforehand for the flight. So when I wake up, I check my checklist to make sure I have everything packed. I already packed beforehand, but I just like stuff that I use in the morning that I need to repack, like my toothbrush and stuff. I'll check that off on my checklist. And then also I checked in already online and went to see where my seat was to see if I can change it, because I like to sit at the window seat. It doesn't have to be like literally the seat by the window. It can be the one next to it in the aisle, because I use the restroom a lot on the flights, which is also a cause of my anxiety. So the bathrooms do be destroyed. But anyways, the only window seat they have open right now is in the far back, which is not the best place because of turbulence. And the last time I sat in the back, I thought I was gonna lose my mind. So my seat is like in the aisle, in the middle section, and it's right in front of the bathrooms, which is the only reason why I haven't changed my seat to the window seat, because I like to be right or close to the bathrooms. And since the flight is delayed, that's why there's even still open seats. So I've been like routinely checking the app to see if they come up with any better seats. And then also I saw this one website on TikTok for other people that have flight anxiety, called turbly.com, to see what's the turbulence looking like during your flight. And even though I usually know where it is, I still checked anyways, and it was pretty accurate. It's always the last 2 hours coming back to the States that it's a little shaky, but it's not too bad. Well, to me it's too bad, but like to the other people, normal people, it probably would be like, light turbulence. But yeah. Okay guys, so I just checked in, and because of the delay, they were giving free vouchers to get food around the airport. So I got a little money to go get some breakfast or something. And then also I was able to check in my other carry-on without any more charge, which was nice because it sort of is a hassle to drag that thing. So I have my book bag with my important stuff. But yeah, so I'm finna go upstairs to the gate and stuff and say goodbye to my fam. Okay, so I got breakfast, got a cinnamon roll and chocolate croissant and a caramel frappuccino. To be honest, I don't even know why I got this to eat, but I didn't have a choice because I was only given 14 euros to spend, and the restaurants in the airport were about like over 15 euros, so Starbucks was the only thing I could get. But the cinnamon roll is really good, but to be honest, I shouldn't have been eating this sugary stuff because sugar makes my stomach hurt even more. Okay, so I just finished eating. I'm heading back to my gate. I have to go through security first. Okay, so I got through security. It was like really long. It was probably like 30 minutes or so just standing there. And then once I went through, when you put your stuff in the box and then they run it through, then you have to take your stuff out and then put the tray back in. I accidentally left my phone when I put the tray back in, so I had to go to the security guy and be like, yeah, I accidentally put my phone back through, which was very stressful because like, oh my gosh, what if somebody steals my phone? But anyways, I got the phone like probably after 10 minutes of waiting. So yep, that's what type of day it's gonna be. Okay, so I'm on the plane. Just used the restroom, which I do frequently, but I'm finna pray because I usually do that before we take off. Here's my stuffed animal that I fly with. She's like my security thing. Had her since like 2008, and her name is Kiara. Boop. And also, we haven't took off yet, but during takeoff I always listen to like soothing music and I look out the window. I do that every takeoff. The thing that stresses me out most about takeoff is how the plane tilts upward, which is why I hate sitting in the back, because it seems like you're almost going straight up. Then not to mention the plane shakes too as it picks up speed. And it was raining this day, which means we had to fly through clouds, which was also disturbing. Along with listening to my music, I also keep the flight tracker on the whole flight because I like to check the altitude and see when we're getting close to the cruising altitude, because takeoff and landing are the most crucial parts of the flight, so I like to know when we're getting close to stabilization. And normally when I'm on a plane, I usually have some sort of fidgety action, such as shaking my leg, but this time I ended up stroking my stuffed animal, which was very soothing. I did take the dinner that they served, but as usual I did not eat but 2 bites, because eating the plain food makes me want to go to the restroom even more. But I also took some time to draw because it shifts my focus from the flight to my drawing. And I watched some anime I downloaded. So it was finally time for landing, and I was listening to my music like how I do when we're taking off. However, the couple by the window seat was blocking the window, so I couldn't see what was going on outside. Not to mention, it was taking much longer to land than usual. The altitude was at 4,000 feet for what seemed like 10 minutes, so I thought the pilot was trying to kidnap me. Then when we finally touched the ground, the altitude was reading 1,000 feet instead of 0. But luckily the window was open so I could see that we were about to touch ground. Otherwise, I would have been really concerned. So I just got off the plane. I'm on this cool conveyor belt, one of my favorite parts of getting here. I am so nauseous. I feel so sick. My stomach feels like cheeks right now because of the landing. The landing itself was smooth, but it was taking longer than usual, which sort of threw me off. So I'm gonna pick up my bags. This is stressful because I hope no one steals mine. This time I put a little like handkerchief, not a handkerchief, but a belt I used to have. I put it around it, a fabric type of cloth belt, so I can recognize it. But now, first I gotta find the, oh there it is. Yes, so I'm gonna wait for my bags. Right when I walked to the conveyor belt, my bags came out, so I'm finna go grab them. So I did forget to make an outro because I got sidetracked once I left the airport. I had to go home, then I was so tired, had to get used to the time difference again. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you have any of these like tendencies when you're flying, if you have flight anxiety, you can let me know in the comments. And yeah, so have an awesome day.